All right, hey guys. Today we're going to learn how to graph a line. The first one we're going to look at is in slope-intercept form, and it's going to have a positive slope. So the first thing I look for is my slope, which is located right in front of my x. As you can see, the slope here is 2/3. So I like to put that down. The second thing I look for is my y-intercept. As you can see, my y-intercept here is -1. So I'm going to start by putting my first point at my y-intercept. Again, my y-intercept, or my b here, is -1. So here is my point at -1. The next thing I need to do is my rise over my run. Okay, so it's telling me to rise up to 1, 2, and run to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. I went up because it's a positive slope. So whenever I have a positive slope, I'm going to go up. Now that I've done that, I can just draw my line and connect. Easy as that. All right, the next one we're going to look at is now when we have a negative slope. First thing I look for is my y-intercept. As we remember, y equals mx plus b. This is my y-intercept at 8. So I'm going to write that down, that my y-intercept is 8. I'm also going to put my first dot on my y-axis at 8. Now I'm going to follow my slope. My slope for this problem is -3/4. Since it's a negative, I know I need to go downward. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and I always go to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So I went down 3 because it was negative, and 4 to the right. Draw my line, put some arrows, and I'm done. All right, so this one's a little bit different because it actually doesn't show us a y-intercept. If I look here in this spot, I see there's nothing there. But you guys all know that technically there's a 0 y-intercept. So I can put my y-intercept as 0, meaning I'm going to start at my origin. Also, when I look at my slope is right here, which is 2. But whenever I'm doing my graphing a line, I need to make sure it's a fraction. So I'm going to change this to 2/1 so that I know how to move. Since it's a positive 2, I'm going to go upward. So I go up 2 and always to the right, so I'm going to go to the right 1. Then I just take my pen or pencil and I draw my line here, showing that I've created the line. All right, so this one doesn't have a slope. As you can see, there's nothing here in front of my x, which is where I find my slope, or my m. So I'm going to draw an invisible one. Try to fit it there. Okay, so here's my invisible one. But again, I want to make sure my slope is always a fraction. So I'm going to make it 1/1, which helps me know how I'm going to move later on. My y-intercept is +5, so it's a +5. That's where I'm going to start. So I start here at my +5, but now I move with my slope. It's a +1, so I know I'm going to go up 1, and I always go to the right. Then all I got to do is draw my line with my arrows, and I've graphed the line. All right, here's another special case. It says x equals 4. That's all the information they give us. It's not really in slope-intercept form, but I do know that x is 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 ordered pairs, and I'm going to make my x value be 4. Now I can choose any y values I want. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick -3 and 2. Again, I can choose any y values that I want. Now I'm going to plot those points. 4, 3, I started my origin. I go 4 to the right because it's positive, -3 on my y-axis. My next order pair is 4, 2, so I'm going to start at my origin. I'm going to go 4 to the right and +2 up. Now I have to draw my line, and look. It's an undefined slope because, as we know from slope dude, it's going vertical. All right, last one we're going to look at today. This one doesn't have any x's, so I know my slope is going to be 0. Again, all it tells me is what y equals. we all know this is x, this is y, in an ordered pair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my y values be -3. So in both of my ordered pairs, my y value is -3. As for my x, I can choose any two numbers that I want. So I'm going to choose 1 and 4. Again, it doesn't matter which ones I choose. So now I'm going to go to those, start at the origin. I'm going to go to the ordered pair 1, -3. So I'm going to go 1 to the right and -3. And my other ordered pair start at the origin, and I'm going to go 4, -3. And as you can see now, I've created a horizontal line, just like Slope Dude taught us. This is 0 fun, our 0 slope.